Hello everyone and welcome to another guide video. In today's guide video, we will be continuing the instance series. Last time we talked about the Corsair's cabin, now we will be delving into the depths of the ancient pyramid. But before we start, please leave this video a like and subscribe to the YouTube channel or follow the Facebook page for more guides. There are a few things we need to know about this instance and how we are to combat the ancient mummy that we call Osiris. So a little backstory about Osiris is that he is the first ruler of ancient Egypt. After his death, he obtained a mysterious power which turned him into a strong, mummified figure. This is due to his strong desire to protect his land and the people of Morocco. Later down the line, we learn that there is a connected bond between him and his lover Isis, which solidifies his need to give into the given dark powers he obtained. Now, I don't know about you, but that smells like drama. Osiris is what we call the boss of the ancient pyramid instance in Ragnarok X. This is the level 50 instance in the heart pedestal and can be unlocked when you finish the Morocco main quest series. Going into ancient pyramid requires a lot more attention than the first two instances that you've done in the past. This requires a lot of teamwork and communication, as how you will complete this will be the deciding factor on how you can beat the ancient pyramid. I advise you to at least have 2 veteran players in your party to guide you if this is your first time. Note that if you matchmake this instance, just prepare yourself for a little salt, as there are a lot of players who are just complete asses. I highly advise doing this with people you have played in the past or guildmates that can help you with this instance, as there are strategies and plays to be done in this instance. Moving into the pyramid, you'll first meet the big man himself, Osiris. Just pass him and continue through the flight of stairs and you'll be greeted with the standard mobs. Just clear the wave and proceed through the next flight of stairs. Next up is another set of mobs that will appear. Clear this and proceed to the next flight of stairs with your team. At this point, you'll have to do some interaction with the world. Click on the climb and proceed to the top and you will be greeted with a giant heart. Once cleared, you'll then proceed up again. Now we reach the final phase of the mobs before we enter the chamber of Osiris. Clear this wave and proceed through the portal. Now we are entering the heart of the ancient pyramid and the last phase, which is the boss. Now before you attack Osiris, I would like to give you a tip on how to do this instance smoothly so you will go through it without any worries. If you're doing this instance on normal, please communicate with your team to stop at X34 or 34 hit points, health bar, whatever you want to call it. If you're doing this on hard, stop at 67. The reason for this is because Osiris will spawn mobs, and depending on how you do this, the mobs will either stay after the cutscene or the mobs are removed after the cutscene. If you don't do this correctly, the mobs will stay and you will have to deal with the extra added damage until we come to a point in halftime or mid-battle for another wave of monsters. Now, this is where we need the communication and teamwork. I highly advise you to at least have 1 priest that can sustain everyone with heals at all times, and 1 tank that is flexible to tank Osiris and or the incoming mob spawn. Your life support here is your priest. Keep him or her alive at all times. So heading into battle, keep your priest at the top left side of the battlefield or the northwest corner. This is where the priest will spend most of his time during the fight. Keep the tank at the center and the DPS parallel to the location of the priest. This is so that Osiris can focus on the rest of the team and not the priest. So Osiris has a few mechanics you will need to take note and can be quite hard to understand at the earlier stages of doing this. With a little experience, you will then be able to master this instance. The first one has already been brought up, which is the mob spawn. These can be quite painful if not dealt with, as they can deal a lot of damage in numbers. Have your priest bring these to the corner to tank the mobs while you and the rest of the team keep your damage at Osiris. Don't worry, as the mobs really target the priest during this fight, so all your priest needs to do is go to the center and pull the mobs back to his location. The second mechanic is explaining why the priest is at the northwest corner of the fight. At one point, Osiris will regenerate his health, and this is the biggest deciding factor of how you will complete the instance. The priest needs to block the incoming beam that will heal Osiris by standing in front of the pillar that shoots the beam. If the priest does not block this, then Osiris will heal himself. At certain instances, the tank may need to block the beam if the priest is not able to get to it in time. The third mechanic is bash. Osiris will smash the ground in front of him. Evade this because if you take the hit, you will be thrown back and stunned for a few seconds. The fourth mechanic is petrifying gaze. Osiris will have a frontal cone attack and you will be given a few seconds to evade this. All you have to do is move away. If you get caught, you will be petrified and you can't move for a certain amount of time. The fifth mechanic is virus swamp. Osiris will shoot goos of poison into the battlefield. If you step on this, you will be poisoned and slowed. Depending on how close or far Osiris is, use your best judgment if you will be moving through it or around it. The sixth mechanic is Meteor Assault. Osiris will jump into the air, giving you a few seconds to evade the AoE circle. This can instantly kill you. Just run away from the circle and the fight will continue in repeat. Once you kill the boss, you may now reap the rewards. Osiris is a hard boss and you will rely heavily on teamwork. Just remember these mechanics during the fight and you will be able to complete the instance. Like I said earlier in the video, make sure to at least get people you know or guildmates you can do the instance with. You may also do these with randoms, but that's your call to make. If this video has helped you in some way, don't forget to give it a like and share it so that more people will be able to be guided on this instance. Subscribe to the YouTube channel or follow me on Facebook for more guides. Thank you everyone, and I will see you in the next video.